For this is a glorious day. A day of judgment. My children!
There's no discharge in the war.
Danny Boyle is the most British of directors, whether it's portraying the underside of Cool Britannia in Trainspotting or invoking the National Health Service, the Queen and James Bond in the opening ceremony of the 2012 London Olympics. So it's no surprise that the trailer for his new film, 28 Years Later, should rest on a poem by Rudyard Kipling.
7, 6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boot, boot, boot.
In 28 Years Later, Boyle reunites with writer Alex Garland 23 years after they reinvented the zombie plague movie. Their infected were a lot speedier and scarier than George Romero's shambling living dead. They were more like hyped-up soccer hooligans. This film flashes back to the beginning with a bunch of terrified kids being plonked in front of their TV, the Teletubbies of course, by their parents, hoping they'll be protected from invasion.
Alfie, what's going on?
Jimmy, sit still, keep quiet and do not move from this spot.
There is no protection, of course, but at least one of the children, Jimmy, manages to escape. 28 years later, we find out how Britain has coped, and we learn that the country has been quarantined by the rest of the world. Like Brexit in reverse, Britain has been abandoned to get on the best it can.
There's no discharge in the war. Don't look at what's in front of you. Boot, 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 moving up and down again.
There are small pockets of survivors, including a settlement off the northeast coast. Life is primitive on Holy Island. No power, no communication. While the mainland has been mostly left to the infected, it's necessary to go there occasionally for fuel and supplies. There's a causeway that rises above the water a few hours a day.
You know, I feel he's a bit young.
He's ready, Jen.
7, 6, 11, 5.
Today is going to be 12-year-old Spike's first trip over with his father Jamie, Aaron Taylor Johnson. It's a rite of passage everyone has to go through. But village elder Jenny reminds them of the rules. If there's trouble, no one will come to bring them and possible infection back to the island.
Once you walk onto that mainland, there's no rescues. No exceptions. You're on your own.
Spike's mother, Isla, Jodie Comer, terrific as always, is an invalid, mostly bedbound. Sometimes she doesn't even seem to know who Spike is. Spike's dream is for her to be made well, but there's no doctor on the island or apparently anywhere in the country.
There were so many dead. Infected and non-infected alike.
That's why our home is so precious.
Spike has another task, to kill his first infected. His weapon of choice is a medieval longbow, and Jamie shows him how to aim at the slower, worm-eating variety. There are various mutations of infected now. You definitely don't want to run into the new, smarter alphas.
Stay really still. Go back to the trees.
But Spike starts to have doubts about the view of the world he's been given by his father and the rest of the village, particularly when he discovers there actually is a doctor living on the mainland who he's been told to stay away from, one who might be able to treat his mother.
Do you know the words memento mori?
It means remember death.
It's Ralph Fiennes offering Spike and Isla an introduction to the world off the island. There's more going on there than Spike had dreamed of, including a towering pile of skulls, roaming vigilantes who kill for fun, and possibly even scarier, an infected woman who's pregnant. Can they breed now?
Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war.
And just as you start to engage with a new, broader world, 28 years later suddenly stops. Irritatingly, it's part one of a trilogy, like everything else these days. A trilogy with no guarantees of a satisfactory outcome.
There are many kinds of death.
And some are better than others.
The good news about 28 years later, Chapter 1, is it's well made with good, smart ideas, as you'd expect from writer Alex Garland, though the film turns down the visceral shocks a bit this time. The bad news, of course, is you're left dangling. I gather Chapter 2 comes out next year, and your subconscious search for little Jimmy after 28 years is confused by the fact that just about everyone in this film is called James, Jimmy or Jamie. Mind you, possible spoiler alert for Chapter 2, Cillian Murphy, the lead in the original 28 Days Later, played a character called Jim.
7, 6, 11, 5, 4, 17.